Wow. So, hello and welcome to this week's energetic release, energetic change, and energetic clearing. Woo. So, what's everything that's up, active, messing with you, or pushing you off center? Everything that is. Do you choose to release, let go, and/or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Woo! Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Yeah, so today we're just going to be answering some questions that you guys had. And then one of the ones that came up is having attachments to things that are no longer in your life. Ugh. So everything that brings up, woo, do you choose to release, let go, and/or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Ooh, there's a big no there. So everything that's saying no, freeze all, pre-scan all, pre-tag all, pre-ID all, pre-encapsulate all, and whoosh, out, 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 out. Banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Yeah, and this is tying into one of the things that I've been focusing a lot on lately is a lot of the thoughts that you have in your head, thoughts that you think are yours that seem so logically that they would be yours, actually aren't your thoughts. Whoa, yeah. And what are these? Well, one, they're thoughts you're picking up from other people that are around you or anywhere around the world, actually. And they're also energetic forces that are pushing those thoughts to make you feel uncomfortable, less than, woo, to basically keep you from becoming the person that you know you can be. Blah. So everywhere it feels like the person you know you could be or you really want to be seems so far away. Ugh, yikes. Do you choose to release, let go, and/or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Ah, yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Ah. It feels a lot lighter. Yeah. And so what's kind of going on here is a lot of these thoughts that you kind of go is like, oh, there's some things in my life in the past that were really nice and I really miss those. Ugh, yikes. Yeah. And that can really happen a lot. Like when there's things in the past that seem like your life was better back then, whoa, than it is now. Ugh. So everything that brought up, Gigi's release, let go, and/or allow all that to be removed from your reality now. Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy. Ah, okay, that's starting to feel a little bit lighter. And so once again, it's like these thoughts seem so logically that they were your thoughts because there were things in the past that you actually probably were going pretty well and you actually really like them, but you don't have those in your life right now. Okay, so it's feeling a little bit better. Um, so what happens is those energetic forces are pushing those thoughts, and when you try to change them, you can't. Like when you start thinking about like, why do I keep thinking back about that time in the past? Whoa. And when you've decided it's you, but it's not you, what happens is you can't change it. So I've mentioned this before, and so because one of my main cores of my work is any thoughts that actually aren't your thoughts, you can't change them because they're not yours. So just like you can't change someone else's beliefs, opinions, even though we've all tried, they're going to keep those. You can't change any thoughts that you have that are not your thoughts. But what you can do is kick those out. So this is one of those ones is like you can think about fondly in the past. And usually what happens is you're thinking about a time fondly in the past. And then you have a first like, oh, that felt really good. And then it kind of falls into you miss it, you're feeling bad. Why is that? Well, because those energetic forces that want you to stay small, that don't want you to step into your power, they push the buttons that are you don't feel good enough. You're not good enough. Whoa, yikes. Yeah. And because those thoughts, isn't that what's kind of happening? Is like when you think about things in the past that went really well, that aren't going so well now, you kind of judge yourself. Ugh, yikes. So all the judgments that your life isn't as good now as it was at times in the past. Ugh, yeah. Do you choose to release and let all those go? Ah, yes, I choose that. Ugh, retract, rescind, revoke, recant, renounce, make null and void, make null and void, make null and void. Whoa. Yeah, because what happens is you end up judging yourself for not having the life that you have had in the past or having something in your life in the past that you would like now. You judge yourself, and that judgment is an energy. And that energy is basically kind of working against what you would like to create now. So all the judgments you have about you that you thought were so logical, they made so much sense, woo, but they actually aren't your thoughts, and while they seem to be logically, they're actually a false logic. So all the false logic, woo, that you're using to make yourself wrong, think you're not good enough, think there's something wrong with you, woo, Do you choose to release and let all that go? Woo, yes, I choose that. Retract, rescind, revoke, recant, renounce, make null and void, make null and void, make null and void. Yeah, and so I think the trick around all this stuff is when you there's a part of something in your past that you really liked or enjoyed, um, and you tap into that. Don't go into the missing part. You want to go into like, oh, that was nice, and how can you have that now? Ooh. Yeah, because once you get into that starting to go down, it's really hard to come back up. You can, it just takes a lot of energy. Okay. And then the other question we had was about like fear of change, or fear of taking the next steps. Ugh, yikes. And so one of the things about fear is fear has a very same vibration as excitement. And so one of the parts that happens is pretty much with between any kind of fear when you're having some sort of change in your life, there's also the fear is not 100% fear, but if you define it as 100% fear, you don't see the excitement that's there. But there's always a part of the fear that's actually excitement. Ooh, yeah. So everything that, okay, so all the unknowable, unspeakable, untouchable, undetectable, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, disinformation, energy fog cloaking, and all manipulation around you, all manipulation around your body, and all manipulation around this topic, do you choose to remove and destroy all that? Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Yeah. So for any fear you're having, you want to ask, what percentage of this is fear and what percentage is an excitement? And I usually start with 50-50. So of any of the things that you're thinking about doing that you feel like you have fear, how much of that is over 50% of that actually fear? Is under 50% of that actually fear? Well, so already, so what you've decided is 100% fear about moving forward or change, taking the next steps. Under 50% that is actually authentic fear, and at least 50% is excitement. And usually it's way more than that. But you can look at it for yourself. So usually it's like 25% fear and 75% excitement. Whew. Yeah. Okay. And then the other part is anytime that you're having challenges around something you're going to do that you have concerns about, you want to just keep running energetic clearings around that because it is going to bring up um, uh, issues, thoughts, worries, and then just run your energetic clearing. So an easy one is just everything this change is bringing up. Woo! I choose to remove and destroy all that. Ugh, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. And you might have to do that multiple times, and that's totally okay. Because when you're moving through, getting ready to do something new, there is some newness, there is some things that are exciting, and there are some things that kind of bring up some concerns. So you just want to run energetic clearings around that. And that's kind of like the same step. The third question that came up is how do you stay in a high vibrational state, a positive state, so you don't get pulled down by all the crap that we're exposed to? Ugh. Yeah. And so once again, this is something where I differ from a lot of the new age spiritual practices is that I don't think that we're just naturally 100% happy. And if you're not happy, if you're not excited, that doesn't mean anything's wrong with you. And that's what a lot of the new age stuff says. It's like as soon as you're in the higher vibration energy, nothing impacts you. Woo, it's everything that brought up vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Because I found that's not the case. Now, if you can stay in a higher vibration, if you can stay happier, yes, it's easier to move through things. But I look at all the stuff that we're exposed to in the world is kind of this like energetic dirt. Like if you look at the news, there's a lot of energetic dirt that's going to bring you down because there's a lot of bad things going on out there. Scrolling through social media, you're going to see a lot of stuff. Woo! Yikes! That's going to bring up emotions. It's going to bring up envy. You're going to be upset. Woo! Yikes! And so what we do with our energetic clearings is just like it's kind of like taking an energetic shower. It's wiping off, it's washing off that dirt. And if you look at it like that, like there's not just one thing that you do and nothing's going to affect you. It's more like, oh, I just saw a disturbing news article. I'm going to run some energetic clearing. So everything that news article, that social post, social posts are huge right now. So everything that the news articles or social posts are bringing up in you, do you choose to release and let all that go? Woo! Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Woo! Banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Yeah. And so, once again, there's nothing wrong if you get temporarily down or feel bad after seeing a post or hearing a news article. The thing is just to energetically clear that so you can get back to being more of who you like to be. So awesome. If you have any more questions, do put them below the video or email me, and I'm happy to help. So I'm Max Riggs, Energetic Awareness and Empowerment Coach, and I look forward to seeing more of the powerful, successful, and happy you again soon. Bye for now.